Hello everyone. Nowadays, application modernization is one of the most discussed topic. So let's discuss more about this. We will discuss this topic in multiple chapters and have a detailed understanding about this topic. To begin with, what is application modernization? It's the process of updating current apps and data to a cloud first model to align with business needs. This may involve migrating to cloud. What does modernization means? Modernization is the act of updating organizational process, system and tools to the most current versions. So we are modernizing the existing application process system tools that we have, correct, to the most current version or to the best practice. Why best practice? Because we are trying to improve these three components process, system, and tools. In the context of cloud computing, obviously we are discussing cloud computing. So, in the context of cloud computing, modernization is the process of transitioning an organization applications, process, and data management to cloud first approach. So, we have applications, process, and data in the on prem structure, and from there, we are moving to cloud first. The goal is to improve organizational and technological performance. So, we are trying to increase the performance, enhance the quality of the customer and employee experience. So, we are trying to improve the experience and accelerate time to market for new offering and updates. We will be able to provide new offerings and new updates faster than earlier. What is the application modernization? Application modernization is the process of updating an organization existing app to cloud first model, already discussed. Sometimes called legacy modernization. So the other name is legacy modernization. If an organization uses on-prem apps, modernization may involve migrating to public, private, and hybrid cloud. We know about all these three clouds we have already discussed. Commonly modernized apps and data includes .NET apps, Linux, Java, SAP, SQL databases. An organization's current software systems and programs might have been great when they were first implemented, but they may not be able to keep pace with the latest technology. So when it was developed, it was with the best performance, best functionalities, but over the period of time, our demand for the performance has increased and changed. So it may not be updated or in line with the requirement. One approach to tackle this challenge is to start again from the scratch. So what we do is we scrap the existing application, we start coding from the beginning. We start developing from the beginning, building or buying new apps that are compatible with the most current technology stack available. While most of the current stack is always evolving, some of the most recent driver of modernization includes new security based practices, scalability requirements, and advancement in AI, virtualization, IoT containers. However, this approach can be both costly. Why? Because you have to be updated with the latest technology, and we are with that latest technology we are developing it from the scratch. So involves a lot of time and money, and the challenge will persist. Even the most current app can be outpaced by technology ecosystem. So with whatever you develop today, tomorrow again it will be out of date. So this process is continuously evolving, and applications are constantly being outdated. Instead of starting from the scratch by building completely new apps, organizations can modernize the apps that they already have. So the lesser time consuming, lesser risky approach can be modernize the apps. It is a natural common sense, right? If we have something, rather than completely scrapping it and starting from the scratch, we try to adjust it, we try to tweak it slightly, we try to improve it and have another app. It's also important to note that it's often possible and more practical to approach modernizing apps in stages. For example, many organizations starts by simply moving their apps from their on-premises data center to a cloud in a lift and shift migration. Most practical approach is organization will take the app and they will move those apps to the cloud as is. I mean, little bit of changes, and they will move it to the cloud. That's why it is called lift and shift, allowing them to take immediate advantage. So it takes least amount of time. So they can implement it in very lesser time and get immediate advantage of most basic benefits of the cloud computing. In the least time and least investment, we can get the benefits of cloud computing. From there they can move on to more advanced modernization technique. So once that lift and shift is over, then they will start focusing on the application and will see how to go for advanced modernization techniques. What are advanced modernization techniques? Rebuilding all or some of the part of the apps to adapt new capabilities or best practices. Now in this context we will try to understand a bit about what are the modernizing apps. So modernizing apps are Azure App Services, Azure SQL, Azure Spring Apps, Azure Kubernetes Service, Azure Database for PostgreSQL, Azure Database for MySQL, migration tool for .NET and Java, Azure Migration and Modernization Program. We'll explain each of the application in detail. However, for the time being, we are just mentioning it. Why we are doing app modernization? Accelerated innovation and time to market. As we already explained, innovation will be accelerated and the development time will be faster, and we can market the product faster. When organizations don't have to devote much time and resources maintaining apps and infrastructure, they can spend more time on innovation. Cloud-based tools and services further help to streamline the development process, resulting in faster time to market. Second point is compatibility and agility. The advantage of modernizing apps is not just that they are able to work with most current technology, they'll keep working even as technology evolves. This seamlessness allows quick updates and changes to meet current and future business needs. So continuously we can change the technology. Continuously we can change the processes that we are implementing. In it can also enable automatic scaling so that apps continue to work well. What is auto scaling? We will discuss, but for the time being, you can understand we can increase or decrease infrastructure based on need and very fast. So we can optimize the use of infrastructure. In case we need more infrastructure, we can go for a higher level of infrastructure and vice versa. when there is a sudden increase in the demand, and instantly reduce the cost when there are sudden decrease in the demand. Security and reliability. With cloud first approach, organizations can use built-in updating and security capabilities. Cloud has built-in updating and security capabilities to help safeguard their workloads. Other built-in features can include task automation for important things like high availability, disaster recovery, backups, performance monitoring. These 4 points, high availability, disaster recovery, backups, and performance monitoring, are the key benefits of having cloud. They are professionally maintained and have very high level of quality. So, in spite of putting a lot of effort here, we can leverage this benefit. Efficiency. When done thoughtfully, it can be easier to modernize existing apps that can create new ones from the scratch. That way, organization can build on existing investment rather than sink time and money into something new. App modernization also helps to retain many current processes and maintain business continuity compared to plugging completely new apps into existing operation. So, next topic is application modernization steps and strategies. So here is a diagram. What we are seeing here is modernization pillars. The steps and strategies for successful app modernization should work towards supporting a framework of organization goals. For example, the Azure well architected framework. This is Azure well architected framework has five architectural pillars geared towards organizational goals. These can be used for app modernization as well. So, what are those five architecture pillars? Reliability, security, cost optimization, operational excellence, performance efficiency. Here you can see Azure well architected review, Azure advisor, documentation, partner support service offers, architecture center, well architected recommendation of process. This helps you to achieve these benefits which are mentioned here. Till now, we understood what are the benefits we are going to get if we have application modernization. So, how to do it? Now, we will come to the application modernization steps. First step is planning. This first step requires organizations to think carefully about their app modernization goals, why we are trying to modernize it, and define their strategy before any action is taken. This is the time to discover and assess existing apps and environments in preparation for change. So, we will explore different options. We will plan our actions and define our strategy, and we will try to identify whether it is useful to upgrade at all or not. We will decide whether it is worth modernizing or not. Second is implementation. So once it is done, during this step, organization build new skill and begin modernizing their apps iteratively. What is modernizing their iteratively? Through iteration in multiple steps. Okay, iteration one, iteration two. We will gradually do the implementation rather than completely uh, changing the system at one go. An iterative modernization approach gives organization the flexibility to change their project scope or strategy as needed. Operations. App modernization is not an one and done deal. So it is not a one time thing. Like you have done the modernization and leave it. No. Once organization moves to cloud first approach, they use cloud platform services and tools to help secure, govern, manage, and optimize their apps. So once it is moved, once it is modernized, we need to maintain it. So we can use cloud platform services and tools to help secure, govern, manage, and optimize their apps. We have specific apps for this. We can take the benefit of it. App modernization strategies. So we have multiple strategies to modernize app. These strategies are distinguished by an organization's modernization goals and the need for code changes to the apps themselves. An app modernization strategy is defined during the planning step and put into effect during the implementation step. So we can have multiple strategies. Here we are discussing about six strategies. Rehost. Sometimes it is called lift and shift. This modernization strategy emphasizes speed because it requires practically no code changes. Organizations take apps from their previous environment and transition them as is into their current environment. So, only infrastructure change, no code change. Replatform. This approach lies in between rehosting and refactoring. With replatforming, organizations make code changes so that apps can be used with cloud technologies. Refactoring means refactoring prioritizes productivity as well as speed. With this strategy, apps need only minimal code change. So it is minimal code change. So no code change here, little bit of code change here, just to make sure the old apps are compatible with new environment. That much code change will be done. Then refactoring, here to increase productivity there will be minimal code change, and so that they can connect easily and make most of the cloud first environment. Re-architect. If organization need cloud scalability, re-architecting might be the right approach. The architecture itself changes. With the re-architecting, apps functionality and code gets modified and extended to scale better in the cloud. Rebuild. For recreating an application using cloud solution, rebuilding is sometimes the right options. It's a heavier lift, but it may be essential if existing apps have limited functionality or lifespans. So we will rewrite the code here. Replace if an app won't meet current or future business needs even after rebuilding. So even this does not solve the purpose, then we'll replace it with a ready-made solution that may be necessary. This approach can be faster than rebuilding and free up valuable development resource, but replacing apps could pose challenges including interruption to business process and limitation for future modernization initiative. Modernizing the app development process. In addition to modernizing app themselves, a critical element of any organization's long-term strategy should be to modernize its approach to app development. The approach to app development itself is changed, also known as developer velocity. This includes modernizing developer teams' tools process to maximize their productivity, collaboration, and work quality. There are tools, analyzed studies, and other resources to help organization assess and improve their developer velocity. So here we are talking about developer velocity. The purpose is to power up your developer teams to drive your business forward. So multiple features of it is build productively, collaborate globally and securely, scale innovation. What are the tools and services? Organizations looking to modernize their applications have many ways to go about it. Technologies that support organizations in optimizing their IT assets include cloud computing. So, cloud computing helps to modernize the application. Internet based cloud services can increase application performance, efficiency, and scale. Containers. This is also one more tool. What does container do? These packages of software bundle together application code which enables seamless deployment across multiple environments. We'll discuss containers in detail. Microservices. This architectural approach makes application development more agile by allowing each core function, also known as service. So, what is service? Each core function. So these services are to be built independently. We'll discuss about microservices in detail also. Automation. Third party services that automatically perform common tasks can help optimize application deployment, management, and diagnostic. It will reduce the time lag of the multiple process involved in development. AI and machine learning, intelligent services and solutions help companies mine richer insights from the applications and data. So, what are the application modernization services? Azure Cosmos DB, modernized, scalable, high performance apps with fully managed NoSQL database service. So, Azure Cosmos DB helps to modernize NoSQL database. It will give you a high performance app with fully managed NoSQL database. Azure Monitor, get full observability into your app infrastructure and network. So, as its name tells, it is a monitoring tool embedded in Azure. Azure Virtual Desktop, enable secure remote desktop experience from virtually anywhere. So it is a Azure Cloud secure remote desktop experience. Azure API management. Move faster with unified API management across multi-cloud and hybrid environment. Azure DevOps. In Azure Cloud, this provides the DevOps service. Plan smarter, collaborate better, and ship faster than before with a set of modern dev services. Azure Spring Apps, build and deploy Spring Boot apps with few fully managed service from Microsoft and VMware. Azure VMware solution, move or extend on-premises VMware environment to Azure. On-prem VMware environment, on-prem um, VMware environment that you have, if you want to move this to cloud. Azure App Services, Azure Cloud App Service, which enables you to quickly and easily create enterprise ready web and mobile apps for any platform or services. Azure Kubernetes Services, deploy and scale containers on managed Kubernetes. Azure SQL Database, so SQL database provided by Azure Cloud. Build scalable apps with managed and intelligent SQL in the cloud. Azure Web Application Firewall help protects app with a powerful cloud native web app firewall service. Azure Arc secure, develop and operate infrastructure app and Azure services anywhere. Azure Machine Learning, Azure SQL Managed Instant, Personalizer. So these are the tools which will help you. This entire discussion is with the background of Azure Cloud. So here you can think that we are talking about modernization of application with the help of cloud and obviously Azure cloud. But the same is applicable for other cloud services as well. Today we stop here. We will continue from the next step in the next classes. Thank you.